The letter arrived on a Thursday, its edges yellowed with age, the ink slightly smudged as if written in haste. Dear Evelyn, it read, you are cordially invited to Hollow's End, the ancestral home of the Blackwood family. Your presence is requested for the reading of the late Alistair Blackwood's will. You stand to inherit something of great value. Arrive before the new moon, or forfeit your claim. Evelyn frowned. She had never heard of Alistair Blackwood, nor any relation to the Blackwood name. Yet something about the letter tugged at her, a whisper of familiarity, like a half-remembered nightmare. Against her better judgment, she packed a bag and set off for Hollow's End, a remote village nestled deep within the Appalachian Mountains. The road to Hollow's End twisted like a serpent through dense, skeletal trees. The further she drove, the colder the air became, until her breath fogged the windshield. When she finally arrived, the town was eerily still. Hollow's End was a relic of the past, crumbling brick buildings, boarded-up windows, and a thick mist that clung to the ground like ghostly fingers. The townsfolk moved in silence, their hollow eyes tracking her as she passed. The Blackwood estate loomed at the edge of town, a monstrous Gothic structure with jagged spires and blackened windows. The front gate groaned as she pushed it open, the sound like a dying man's last breath. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of mildew and something worse, something rotten. The lawyer, a gaunt man with sunken cheeks, stood at the head of a long table where several others sat, all strangers like her. You are all descendants of Alistair Blackwood, the lawyer rasped. But only one shall inherit his estate, and his curse. A murmur spread through the room. Evelyn's pulse quickened. To claim the inheritance, you must spend one night in Hollow's End. Survive until dawn, and the estate, and all its secrets, will be yours. As night fell, the house came alive. Whispers slithered through the halls, shadows moved where no light touched, and somewhere deep within the walls, something scratched. The first to die was a man named Thomas. He had scoffed at the warnings, declaring it all a prank. But when Evelyn found him in the library, his body was twisted into an impossible shape, his mouth stretched wide in a silent scream. His eyes were gone, only black voids remained. Panic set in. The remaining heirs barricaded themselves in separate rooms, but the house had other plans. Evelyn heard them first, the whispers. At first, they were faint, like distant sobbing. Then they grew louder, forming words. Evelyn, we've been waiting for you. She pressed her hands to her ears, but the voices slithered into her mind. You belong here. You always have. In the attic, she found the truth. Dusty portraits lined the walls, each depicting a Blackwood heir, each with her face. Generation after generation, the same eyes, the same smile. Alistair's journal lay open on a desk, the final entry scrawled in frantic handwriting. The house demands a soul. It always has. It always will. If none are given willingly, it takes one by force. One by one, the others fell. Some vanished without a trace. Others were found in pieces. By dawn, only Evelyn remained. The lawyer appeared once more, his grin too wide, his teeth too sharp. Congratulations, Evelyn Blackwood. The house is yours. She tried to run, but the doors were gone. The windows had vanished. The walls pulsed like living flesh. And from the darkness, something whispered her name. Years later, another letter arrived on a Thursday. Dear visitor, it read, you are cordially invited to Hollow's End. And deep within the house, Evelyn, now part of its walls, watched and waited. Because the house always hungers. And it always wins.